Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Tyagar here, and I welcome you guys back to another episode of Ooh 3D 3-Heart Run. In the last episode, we did a bit of side questing, starting with Malon's game at Lon Lon Ranch, which we won effortlessly and won our pet cow here, Jessie. Afterwards, we went to Kakariko Village and obtained an upgrade for our bow and arrow quiver. Now we can hold up to 40 arrows, which is really nice. In addition to that, we climbed up Death Mountain and retrieved the last of the gold Skulltulas hidden within Dodongo's cavern. Afterwards, we made our way to Goron City and learned of the grim fate that awaits the Gorons from Darunia's son, who is also named Link. This episode, we're gonna prevent that grim fate by making our way on up to the Fire Temple and headed on inside to retrieve them and also defeat Volvagia, the great fire dragon. Now, here's a bit of fun trivia about Volvagia. I'm sure most of you already know this, but for those of you who don't, remember many episodes back where I talked about the Ocarina of Time tie-in manga? Well, that manga, not only does it flesh out the character of Mido, it also gives a lot of depth to the character of Volvagia. So it kind of contradicts what we learned from Link in the last episode, being that, that Volvagia was a giant ancient dragon that was awakened by Ganondorf. Well, way to ruin my flow there, Ledge. I was just trying to backflip over like a badass and make my way on down, taking a whole heart of fall damage. But anyway, as I was saying, Link, like Darunia's son, led us to believe that Volvagia is an ancient fire dragon who was revived by Ganondorf. The manga takes a bit of a different approach to Volvagia's character. Instead, they make it so that Volvagia, as a baby, was a pet that Link purchased when he went to Hyrule Castletown for the first time. And so, when they reunite and fight in the Fire Temple, it is a lot more tragic and very heartbreaking for Link. I'll show some of the panels on screen here in case you're interested. Spoilers for the manga, by the way, if those of you who actually bought it because, I recommended it a few episodes back. Once again, the link to the manga will be provided in the description. But alas, here we have Darunia. Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. Or, like Doc Ock says, you're all grown up. Anyway, I already made that reference a few episodes back. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to the evil dragon as a warning to the other races who might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned though because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoner's cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. I don't know if you saw in the quick shot there, but there was the boss key lock on the door, and then Darunia just goes through it without the boss key. I wish he would teach me how to do that, because, God, that would save so much time in these temples, From one sworn brother to another, I don't imagine it would hurt to learn that. Now, I know he instructed us to go in the opposite direction, but we can actually free the first Goron here. So let's talk to him real quick. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about that pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to the room above the ceiling right away. And he just goes right through us. Of course, with that big Goron hug walking animation from when we beat Dodongo's cavern. But alas, here's our first small key of the dungeon. Now we're gonna make our way on over to that long shot pillar on the other side of the room. Actually, I want to show something real quick. Want to know just how heat resistant our tunic is? It allows us to walk in molten lava for a short period of time without taking any damage, which is really awesome. I just want to head on over here quickly to heal up, because sadly those keys I killed in the main room did not drop any pieces or recovery hearts for us, so we're just gonna hookshot onto this. I thought the long shot would have been able to reach from the other side, but I guess not. Now, as I said before, the last time I went through the Water Temple before the Fire Temple was my very first playthrough of the game, so I forgot about the limitations. But alas, we're gonna make our way through this door here, back to the other end of the room, as Darunia instructed us, of course. The keys have respawned, sadly, but we're just gonna make our way on through. It's gonna be a big room on the other side here, guys. But as I showed off in that one room here, we can traverse the lava no problem, which is just so awesome. I mean, granted, you will take damage after a while, but for now, you're all good. Yeah, see, as you saw there. You can just, hang it for a little bit. It's really nice. As you can see, there's another Stone of Time up there, so we're just going to play the Song of Time to bring it on down. And climb up there, because no doubt there's a Goron prisoner waiting for us. It blocks this way, but we can always just move it, which is very nice. I love these little block puzzles with the Stone of Time. They're very cool. Navi turned green, of course, to show us that, hey, we can do something about this. Actually, I was wrong. There is no Goron prisoner in this room. Instead, we have another like and a few of those floating tiles. Now, the best way to go about defeating these enemies is just crouch down and hold out your shield, and they'll just fling themselves at you and be destroyed. I want to show off what happens, actually, if you get eaten by a like, because I know I touched on it a couple episodes back, but I'll actually show it off. For now, I'm just going to kill this Skulltula real quick. The like is making his way on over here. So yeah, I'll let him eat me. Take a bit of damage from it, no big deal. But as you can see, the tunic and the shield have been taken from us, so we need to kill him real quick without leaving this room in order to get them back. 2 sword slashes will do it. Now, unfortunately, you cannot jump slash him because he is guarded on his upper half of his body, so you have to go for the horizontal swings. So we got our Goron tunic and our Hylian shield back, so we're just going to equip those once again. As you can see, that's what Link looks like as an adult without a shield. Looks unnatural, I know, but don't worry, dear viewers, we got our Hylian shield back pronto. Anyway, we're just gonna move that Stone of Time again and go to the path below it, actually. Alright, as you can see there, we did not actually get a special animation of the Stone of Time returning to its rightful place. Instead, we're just gonna be greeted with a continuation of us playing the song. Anyway, if you're wondering why I slashed that door there, it's to show off a little gimmick of this dungeon in particular, where there are going to be fake doors, but you can tell them apart from the real ones by the sound they make when you slash them. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with a Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Pretty sure I mentioned that back in Dodongo's cavern, but if not, the Goron just told you there that you can slash bombable walls and bombable doors, I believe, with your sword in order to get them to make a special sound to let you know, hey, you can do something about this. Anyway, here's our next small key. Probably noticed a bit of a pattern by now that a lot of the small keys are embedded within the dungeons of the Gorons. Probably just to tease them. You know how a lot of cliche Prison Break movies and shows involve the characters trying to steal the key from inside the cell in order to break out? Well, in Ocarina of Time, it's just straight up in the cell with the prisoner, but sadly, it's not the key that'll release them, it's the pressure plates on the floor. Also, I love Adult Link so much. The fact that he can just reach those really high platforms by jumping, just something Child Link could not do. Anyway, just to show off what the Goron was talking about here. Hear that sound it makes? Compared to that sound effect? Anyway, as he said, we gotta pull out our bombs. Thankfully, we're done with the iron boots for a very long time, so we're just gonna drop a bomb here real quick. Stand out of the way, and make our way on through. We should, I believe, find another Goron prisoner in this hallway. Yep, here we go. We're gonna get another small key to hold on to. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? You'll notice that every Goron prisoner says these 2 lines here. There are switches in this temple that you have to strike to activate, but you can also use the Goron special crop to do the job. Alright, thank you for the tidbit there, my friend. I'm gonna take this key that was inside your dungeon, of course. You know what would be really funny, guys? If one of the Gorons, for whatever reason, just decided to go rogue and betray Link. So, like, you know, once you're inside the prison cell there, randomly, he just locks the cell on you instead. I don't know. I just had a random thought there of what would happen. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, up ahead here, we've got the door with the lock on it. So, of course, we're going to use one of our 2 small keys to make our way through. Gonna go up this narrow plank of wood. Alright, thankfully we didn't fall off. Now here, oh, this room. Okay, so our objective is to push this block onto this pillar of fire here to push us up there. But we're just gonna use our long shot here to hook shot all the way up here. Be really nice. Let me just... I don't want to hook shot on an angle because I know I'll fall off. And one thing that's really cool is you can actually hook shot onto it from here as well. Like the gated on ceiling. The gate here. And we got a few recovery hearts, which is really nice. Using our long shot, this is something we cannot do with the hook shot, by the way. We can actually reach the other end there. So we're just gonna hook shot in that direction. Hopefully I'll land on top. Okay. I'm gonna get the green rupees from killing those keys, even though my wallet is full because I was really stupid in the last episode and picked up a big yellow rupee. So that's unfortunate. But alas, here we are, just pushing the block now. The flame pillar's trying to rise up. We're gonna hop on it. And any second now, the geyser, it's like a Terry Bogard power geyser, gonna push us up to the next floor here. Alright, and now we have used both of our small keys, but fear not, we will be getting more very shortly. For now, there's another Goron prisoner and another block puzzle we gotta solve. Alright, now here we have some new enemies up ahead here. They are called torch slugs. Now, there are a few ways you can go about dealing with these guys. You can just take them down with a couple sword slashes. But you can also use the dungeon item that we're gonna obtain soon to take him out in a much more efficient way. I'm gonna try jump slashing him. Putting out the flame there by slashing him. That'll be 3 hits. Navi wants to talk to us. No, I'm not, again, guys, so the reason why I use save states, by the way, in case you're wondering, instead of, you know, just doing a normal playthrough, every time you reset the game, like, normally, you save and quit, you exit out, you come back in. As a child, you usually spawn in Link's house, and then as an adult, you spawn in the Temple of Time. And it's just, like, every time, no matter where you are, you don't just get to keep going from, say you save and quit outside the Fire Temple. You don't get to continue on outside the Fire Temple. You go back to the Temple of Light, and then you have to play the Bulgaro of Fire and make your way back, and it's just really tedious, really a little time-consuming. It doesn't seem like much in the moment, but it really adds up after a while. So I like to use, you know, emulated versions with save states so that I can just keep going without having to constantly stop. But in-game, it feels like we've been going non-stop since we first started our journey way back when. That's why Navi's asking if we're getting tired. Anyway, what you want to do here, as the Goron mentioned, is to use the quote-unquote Goron special crop to activate the switches, because there's no way you can make it in time if you were to just slash your sword and keep going. So yeah, you want to deactivate that Ring of Fire there, not the Johnny Cash song, using the switch. Now, I don't know how Link's hands don't burn up here because the Ring of Fire is surrounding this metal fence that he can climb. And as you know, if fire or anything hot touches something metal, it gets crazy hot. Like, have you ever been on a metal slide in the summer? It's not a pleasant experience going down it. You'd probably burn your skin right off. Anyway, here we have a boulder, and I just rolled right into it because I'm silly like that. Navi locked onto another torch slug up there, which we can... Oh my goodness. Pardon me, guys. Today is not my day. I actually just took damage from this one and not the other one because I rolled into it. As we said before, rolling kind of gives you something of iframes. As you can hear, there's a gold scutula rattling. The wall made a special sound. There's no visual indicator of it being a bombable wall, so we just gotta rely on our trusty hearing, like we're, you know, Daredevil. Here we have our next gold scutula token, of course. Let's move forward now. Our objective is to make our way on over to this door here. Oh, it requires a small key. So for now, we gotta go and find another Goron prison cell. Sorry, in this top-down view, it was kind of hard to see. Oh. Thankfully, it did not follow me into the corner there. Yes. That's where we want to go. Alright. Our next Goron prisoner is straight up ahead here. Of course, he's gonna say the magic line. Come on, guys, say it with me. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Let me tell you a secret as a reward for saving me. When you are on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? See, I knew one of those. I actually knew both of those when I came to the game. I'm sure you knew at least one of them thanks to, you know, being in elementary school, them drilling the expression of stop, drop, and roll into our heads whenever you're on fire or if there is a fire. But I never really understood that. Like, is it implying, like, the fire is up high so you gotta, like, you know, log roll underneath it? Or is it just purely to put the fire out on your clothes? Like, that never really made much sense to me, and I guess I never really thought much of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or tell me if I'm just being stupid and what the actual meaning of that is. Anyway, Zelda rule of thumb, of course, to shoot this eye switch up here. Now, as you can see, there's a locked door, but thankfully that opens that one there. I'm gonna make a really risky move here and jump on over to this platform. Textures on this kind of remind me of some of the platforms in Super Mario 64. Like, you know those platforms that they're like checkerboarded kind of, and they're like elevators? They can carry you up and down, left and right. You know what I'm talking about. I'll just put a picture of it on screen right now, in case you don't. Let me know if you've never played Mario 64, by the way. Really curious about that. Head on through here, and you'll find yourself face to face with a giant treasure chest, of course containing the dungeon map. Of course, this is optional. You don't actually have to pick up the dungeon map and the compass in every dungeon, but just thought I'd show it off. We cannot do anything about this locked door, so we're gonna have to make our way back out into that donut-shaped room over there and find another Goron prisoner. Oh, we're gonna jump it. No! Wow, falling all that way, only nets you 1 heart of fall damage. I thought Link was gonna jump that, personally. I'm really surprised that he fell. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back up in that donut-shaped room there, where we will continue onward. Sound good? Actually, real quick, there's something I want to mention. Do you remember that block puzzle where we had to move that giant block there and then bomb that crystal switch so it reactivates? Well, as you can see, the whole room resets after you leave it, so I'm gonna have to do that again. Also, in case you're wondering why I can't just cheese it by hookshotting, for some reason, I have a feeling the devs knew we would try and cheese it, so they made these climbable fences unhookshotable. Just thought I'd mention that. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so here we are back upstairs. Apologies for that little mishap there. We gotta go over in this direction and avoid that boulder real quick. Oh, he's gonna come back around, so let's just go up this way. There's a torch slug up there waiting for us. We want to make our way on over to this part of the room here, step on the switch, and free that Goron prisoner right there. Are you releasing me? Am I free? Yeah, you guys know the line by now. Anyway, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move! If you use a sample of the Goron special crop, you can break it. I know I briefly touched on that earlier, but now you have a little more context. If you remember why I was just slashing that door randomly, because there are fake doors in this dungeon that make the same sound as a bombable wall when you slash them. As the Gorons said, they will come crashing down on you when you try to open them up. So of course what you want to do is just stand aside and bomb them. Anyway, we got lots of torch slugs up there, and we're going to be dealing with them in just a moment. But for now, we want to make our way back on over to that fire room. Except this time, we can actually go in from that end because we have the vault key to unlock the door. And we're not going to fall down this time. Don't you worry. We're going to be a lot more careful. Alright. So, we've talked a lot about burning rings of fire, but there's another burning kind of fire we're going to deal with, and that would be this giant burning wall of fire right here that we need to avoid. And as you can see, there's a locked door up there. Can't do anything about it right now. I'm gonna hop on top of this pillar here and grab that recovery heart. Jump down here next. Hardcore parkour in a game without a dedicated jump button. Love it. We're gonna climb up these stairs. The fire can't hurt us anymore. And now we're gonna be up by those ledges where you saw those giant torch slugs. So, for now, I'm just gonna hookshot him. Oh. I grabbed onto the ledge! Oh my god, channeling my inner Chugga Conroy there. I thought I was gonna fall like an idiot, but thankfully I didn't. For now, as you can see, Navi's turning green, so that means we can play Ocarina, but not the Song of Time. No, we're gonna be playing the Scarecrow song. Our good buddy Pierre is back, and he's gonna guide us to another gold Skulltula. Actually, 2. So for now, hook onto him. Turn around, there's an elevator waiting there for us. Kind of like the Mario 64 elevators I was talking about before. We're gonna go up this shaft here, and then inside this room, well, of course, we gotta go through that door first. Gonna be 1 gold Skulltula. Gonna run around this bend here. And climb up the fence, of course, as always. He's gonna be there chilling, blocking our way. But we're gonna climb up even further. Now, just so you guys know, there is a puzzle in this upcoming room, but I'm not going to be doing it, because remember in the last episode how I wasted, what was it, 193 or 197 rupees by picking up that yellow rupee? There's another puzzle in here that rewards you with a big yellow rupee, and you know what, I'll come back for it when I have more wallet space, but for now, see, you're gonna step on the switch, it's gonna deactivate the burning ring of fire. You wanna try and get up there real quick, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste more rupees, so I'll come back for it later. For now, we're just here for the gold Skulltula, of course. We're gonna grab that, and make our way on out of here, and I will see you guys back down where we first played the Scarecrow song to activate Pierre. Sound good? Awesome! Okay, the elevator's not here waiting for us, so there's only one thing to do. We gotta jump and just take that fall damage, grin and bear it. Even more. Alright, a whole heart down, love it. All that for 2 gold Skulltulas. Here's a torch slug, we're just gonna deal with him real quick. Stun him with a hook shot, of course, as always. Stand back, stun him again. Pull out the sword, jump slash, and he's done for. Alright, yes, as you can see here, we've had bombable walls, and we've talked about bombable doors, but here we have bombable floors. Okay. We're gonna be going down there in just a second. There's another Goron that I want to quickly release. I know Navi's here to tell me that, hey, Link, there's a floor you can bomb and you can climb down it, but I don't care about that, Navi. I don't care what you say about me anyway. I'm just here to save that Goron over there. Alright, let's stun the torch slug, shoot him once, stun him a second time, climb on over so he's not blocking our way once we arrive. Stand back, stun him one more time, and jump slash. Okay, good riddance. And there's one more placed in a very inconvenient spot. Oh, my heart stopped. I thought Link wasn't gonna grab the ledge. So I remember the first time I played this game, right, and I did the Fire Temple. I actually, like, messed up this platforming section here after opening the switch for that Goron to be freed from. So when I came back, the room reset, and the Goron actually doesn't go away after you talk to him. He just goes away whenever you leave the room. So I thought, like, my 9-year-old head was thinking, oh my god, did the Goron get taken to Volvagia's chamber and fed to him? And since then, it's haunted me. So I've always made a point to do this room in one fell swoop and never fall down so that I don't have to imagine the Goron dying and relive that childhood trauma. Anyway, he's saying his famous line, and our secret for today is, if you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your Ocarina. And there he's talking about, of course, the lift up to that room with the gold Skulltulas by playing the Scarecrow song. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but he was definitely walking on air right there, just based on the positioning of where he was. Definitely a pre-rendered cutscene that they just reuse every time a Goron is freed. But anyway, we're gonna make our way back on over to that bombable floor that we opened up, and we're gonna head on down there and see what awaits us. More platforming in a game without a dedicated jump button. I know that's like something of a running gag in this series, but like, God, I'm really feeling the age of this game in these platforming sections. They aren't great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Without, you know, the right stick to control the camera, your jumps feel really awkward. It's like, you know, you can only move in 8 directions, kind of, even though it's a circle pad, and it's just super noticeable, and it does not make for a pleasant experience. But anyway, here we are back in the room, actually, with that block puzzle that I was in before. So we're releasing this Goron here. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. It's like you might need some of that Goron special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Alright, well, thanks for the heads up. But I'm pretty sure there's another way we can deal with those guys. Handling our Morpha fight there. Anyway, we're just gonna grab this key, and I will climb back up this giant fence and see you guys back in the fire room, actually. Oh, you know that one where that giant wall of fire was chasing us? Yeah, see you there. Okay, so we're actually going to be approaching it from this side this time, because it's closer to where we need to go. If you remember, we passed by a locked door on the way here, but thankfully, since we've got 2 small keys now, we can deal with that. I just want to nab this recovery heart real quick. So next, we're going to jump onto this gate here, and once again, here comes the wall of fire. So we want to avoid it, but of course, there are bubbles in our way. We've got to make a bit of a sketchy jump. The reason why I say sketchy is because, you know, you gotta be really precise with your angle, and when you try to readjust the camera, if a bubble comes nearby, pressing the L button won't adjust the camera. It will instead lock onto the bubble and mess up your jumping angle. Thankfully, that didn't happen there, but it usually happens on normal playthroughs of this game for me. Anyway, once we walk through this hallway here, we're gonna find ourselves inside of another donut-shaped room, albeit this one's different. So, up here, doesn't that door look a little strange to you? That's one of those bombable fake doors that the Goron was telling us about. And here you can see fire forming a fake wall there. We cannot run through it, sadly, with our fire-resistant tunic. So, well, I did not even mean to do that. Whoops. What you want to do is just try and find the openings in it by moving along carefully while keeping your distance all the while. There we go. Go back here. The boulder was kind of I thought I was out of range of that. What? Well, thankfully I didn't take damage there, but okay. First time, maybe that's on me. Second time, guys, you saw my, like, hurt box. That should not have touched me. Okay, that one's on me. I admit, I take full responsibility for that one. Want to move up here, then through here, into this locked door here. Awesome. Okay. Now through this little narrow corridor, there's a Goron prisoner. Don't you worry, my friend. We will have you out of here in a jiffy. I just need to make my way through here to the other side of the room now. And avoid all the firewalls here. Not like the kind that protects your internet browser, just the annoying kind. Okay, just staying safe here. Okay, lots of precision. I can see why, you know, some people don't love coming back to this game, because yes, I won't lie, the camera is a little rough. It definitely, the age is definitely showing. You want to be really careful here. You gotta navigate through that fire maze. Sadly, you can't just like hook shot onto it from here. Gotta step on the switch and try again there. Don't be afraid or ashamed even to just, you know, kind of do a bit of recon here. Make sure you can find the opening. There's the opening there, so we're just gonna hop on up. And we're safe. Gonna get these recovery hearts here, or these pots to get a recovery heart and also some bombs. More bombs and a rupee. Then on the other side of this room, There's going to be one of those fake doors you gotta watch out for. We're just gonna lay a bomb down there for him. Want to show that off, that's what happens. Here's the real door. Now here we have the mini-boss of the dungeon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of 2 flare dancers we're gonna be fighting. Now, yes, we can, you know, use the bomb to deal with him, but alternatively, you can treat him like Morpha and just pull him out with your long shot, which is a lot more fun in my opinion, because I actually really like that style of fighting the boss. Navi really wants to talk to me, but I'm just not interested in what she has to say. I'm sorry. I have a feeling she's just gonna tell me to take a break, which I don't feel like. Of course, if the little bugger gets too far, you can just let him know who's boss by pulling him on back with your hook shot, of course. Now, unfortunately, it just only wants you to hit him a certain number of times, as you can see there. He'll retreat back into his flame, even though your sword's clearly hitting him. The different colors are an indication of how far along in the fight you are. Let's see if I can jump platinum. Yep, and he's gonna explode. If you want to jump out of the way there. The camera was not doing me any favors. Navi is just being really annoying right now. I don't care what she has to say. I'm sorry, I don't want to be reminded to take a break. But anyway, we're gonna stump onto this hovering platform here. Make our way on up to the next floor. You can see on the dungeon map there's not much to do here. It's just kind of sprinkled about. There's one of those switches we gotta hit with the special Goron crop. Navi's finally given up on trying to talk to us. I'm gonna climb up. This looks kind of like the room where we've had that one gold Skulltula, if you remember. Here you want to stand on the edge, ever so precise. Or just drop down like that. No. You want to stand as close as you can to the ledge, and then just drop a bomb down. Or alternatively, you can stand back and throw a bomb and hope it'll like bounce off the wall, kind of. Not good enough. Okay, let's try the alternative method. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Bouncing off the ceiling like that, that's pretty cool. Alright, I think that'll... Nope, I was wrong. I didn't notice that it just ricocheted off the ceiling before. That's really handy, actually. Okay. Well, I feel like I've been doing this wrong my whole life, because I usually just stand on the ledge like so, and then just Z-drop it, kind of. Or R-drop it, rather. Oh, that time it actually worked. I was about to blame the Let's Play curse there, or me just being really off with my precision, rather, but... Yes, there are 2 methods you can go about solving that, just like the other room, of course. I personally prefer the dropping from the ledge option, just because it's, I don't know, less of a waste of bombs if you can be precise on your first go there. So what you want to do, this is kind of like that room with that puzzle containing that chest with the 200 rupees. Of course, you just want to clear the room of keys first. Take care of 1. Take care of numero 2 here. Yes, alright. Step on the switch. Now, of course, you can go about it either way. I personally am going to take the inside route, just safer. I mean, not safer, it's faster, but, you know, with this game's camera angle, it's honestly kind of risky, but that's fine. I can make it. Open up the chest just as the ring of fire spawns on me there. You heard Link take the damage. But ladies and gentlemen, here is the dungeon item. It is the mythical, legendary Megaton Hammer. All right. You can use any face buttons to smash and break junk. It's so heavy, so you need to use 2 hands to swing it. This is essentially the adult equivalent to the Deku Stick, except you cannot use it as a torch, sadly. So for now, we're just going to set it to item number 1. Just as a heads up, this is usually what my item loadout looks like in a regular playthrough of Ooth. Bow and arrow on Y, the hook shot on X, the bombs on 2, and the Megaton Hammer on 1. But anyway, guys, it's a bit of a long episode, but that's where we're going to end today's episode. So in today's episode, we progressed well over halfway through the Fire Temple, and in the next episode of Ooth 3D 3-Heart Run, we are going to finish it off by facing the legendary dragon Volvagia using the mythical Megaton Hammer itself. So then, guys, I've been Tyagara. This is Navi. We would not shut up. We thank you all for watching, and we bid you guys farewell.